For my child, the impact of the 4-day week is not going to be very big.
I have a 14-year-old daughter who has had a very successful year at Sims, the middle school, who is going to high school next year.
It's the high school kids, I think, that are really going to feel the impact of the change.
As a teacher, as an SEA, which is a special education assistant, and as a parent and very involved in the PAC group, I've had 4 children go through this school.
I think most of my concern has to do with other kids.
The kids I teach will be from 10 or 11 to about 13 or 14 years old. You know, the bulk of the academics have to be done in the morning because they really fade in the afternoon. They're running out of steam. So I cannot see how they're going to get a quality education with an extended day.
I wrote that the 4-day week would be a bad thing to do because it'd mean I would be getting home an hour and a half later. And then I also wrote about school activities, which I'm a part of. I'm on the volleyball and basketball and soccer team. And so with school activities, there wouldn't be time after school. And so they'd have to put it on Friday, which is the day off. So it wouldn't really make sense.
The people who will be impacted the most are the Galliano students, the high school students who have to travel so much, leaving in the dark, coming home in the dark. So, you know, for all that I know, I think they will be the ones that are hit the hardest.
I think the long water taxi ride from Galliano to Salt Spring and the route that they've chosen impacts our children far more than a 4-day week. Because our children are bused to the south end of Galliano and then boated to Main Island, and from there to Salt Spring Island, halfway up Salt Spring Island, very close in fact to where we are now, but just across the Trincomalee. It's an hour and 15-minute ride each way, which totals 2.5 hours a day, which is almost entirely unnecessary.
It almost means like a 12-hour day for those kids, and I think that's a huge problem.
We brought forth a lot of our concerns, really a lot of outer island concerns, to those meetings, and I felt very betrayed at that public meeting on Salt Spring. And I certainly appreciate the fact that the board is in a very, very difficult situation.
Next year we will have a deficit of $350,000, and the year after it will rise to $1.1 million if we don't do anything about it. But we have to have a balanced budget. And if we don't, they will replace us with a public trustee.
We need to wait and deal with the first year's deficit and then worry about the second year when we get to that point.
Certainly on Galliano Island, the parents are strongly against the 4-day week as an idea for saving money.
You know, the funny thing is I watched the debate with the candidates yesterday, and nobody seemed to bring up funding for education, or that being one of the most important things, because I think that our children are the future of this country.
There's a really positive thing that happened out of this, and that is that people have they got together as a community and talked together about an issue and worked together on solutions.
What we had to do was pick the best of the worst, which I find really ridiculous. Maybe it will be great, but I just wish that we knew more about it.